Hello fellow dorks, it's History Monday and today we learn the story of photography.
I'm one of the 5 biggest dorks I know.
So we've now got 17 days till VidCon and we've already learned about the camera, so today we're going to learn about the photo. We'll start by defining. Photography is the process of producing images on sensitized surfaces by the chemical action of light or of other forms of radiant energy. That is, light, or X-rays, etc., needs to hit a chemically treated, light-sensitive surface. You know this surface is film, or more likely as the sensor in their digital camera. The first one to figure out this process was French inventor Joseph, in 1826 when he made an 8-hour exposure that he then called a heliograph. Though he wondered if he couldn't shorten the process, so he teamed up with chemist Louis-Jacques Daguerre. Unfortunately, he died before he could see his work go any further. But Daguerre kept at it, and in 1839 he took the first daguerreotype, a zippy 3 to 15 minute exposure. Then, about a year later, Robert Cornelius, with the help of chemist Paul Goddard, reduced the time to under a minute. Cornelius also took the first self-portrait. So now we're getting somewhere. You can take snapshots, and really we're about up to speed, because last time someone took my picture, I had to sit like this for 30 seconds. So now the world of photography is starting to explode, and people are finding all kinds of kooky applications for it, but by far the creepiest has to be post-mortem photography. You heard right! Dressing the dead, posing them as if they're sleeping peacefully, and taking a picture. Did you check that last one? She had her eyes open and everything. Now, nobody revolutionized photography the way that George Eastman, the founder of Kodak, did starting in 1880. His ingenuity took us from the glass plate to the modern film we use today. And not only that, the disposable camera was his idea. Initially, you bought a Kodak camera, took your pictures with it, sent that camera back to the Kodak company, and they sent you your pictures. Eventually, you only had to send in the film. This, by the way, is the way that my baby's pictures were developed. That's how long this system lasted. The Kodak company also gets the credit for inventing the first digital camera in 1975. However, being a company that mostly produced film, it wasn't that interested in it. And I won't bore you with the details, but technology has improved since then. Photography has come a long way, and it's still debated to this day whether it can be considered an art form. I'll leave that argument up to you, until next time when we see these pictures start to move. Also, I'd like to mention that today is the frickin' summer solstice, aka the longest day of the year, as in the day containing the most hours of sunlight. Except if you're in Australia, in which case it's the shortest day. Sorry, Jake. I'll leave the scientifics up to Austin, but we've been celebrating this day since we could count days. See you Wednesday, Chris, and I'll see the rest of you in 2 weeks. Bye!
Why don't you grab your scarf, log out of AIM and Twitter, and Blogspot and MySpace and YouTube.